Welcome back, Twitch. Let's do this. Let's finish off strong tonight. I want to make one roll at least, because I have that +4 bonus that I haven't used yet.
+5.
+5.
All right. So I'm Travis.
Yes.
I'm getting up and I'm performing.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, so you head to there isn't really like a raised area, but there's like a big hearth at one end of the bar that's,
So I go to where the hearth is and I stand on a table. I climb up on a table and give a little like thumbs up to Joffrey, make sure it's okay, like okay, so I get down. I raise.
But you've got people looking at you now because you just stood up at the table.
I say, fair patrons, I whilst offer you entertainment this evening. A song for the times, I believe, or a tale for the times. It's an old one. Perhaps some of you know it. And I take a big swig of ale and set it on the table next to me, and I begin to orate, if you will. And okay. I go, come up from the fields, father, here's a letter from our Pete. And come to the front door, mother, here's a letter from thy dear son. Lo, 'tis autumn, lo, where the trees, deeper green, yellower and redder, cool and sweet in Taurus's village, with leaves fluttering in the moderate wind, where apples ripe in the orchards hang, and grapes on the trellised vines. Smell you the smell of the grapes on the vines? Smell you the buckwheat where the bees lately buzzing? Above all, lo, the sky so calm, so transparent after the rain, and with wondrous clouds. Below, too, all calm, all vital and beautiful, and the farms prosper well. Down in the fields all prospers well, but now from the fields come, father, come at the daughter's call. And come to the entry, mother, to the front door come right away. Fast as she can, she hurries, something ominous, her steps trembling. She does not tarry to smooth her hair nor adjust her cap. Open the envelope quickly. Oh, this is not our son's writing, yet his name is signed. Oh, a strange hand writes for our dear son. Oh, stricken mother's soul. All swims before her eyes, flashes with black. She catches the main words only. Sentence is broken, gunshot wound to the breast, cavalry skirmish, taken to hospital. At present low, but soon will be better. Ah, now the single figure to me, amid all teeming and wealthy Taurus, with all its cities and farms, sickly white in the face and dull in the head, very faint, but the jamb of the door leans. Grieve not so, dear mother. The just-grown daughter speaks through her sobs. The little sisters huddle around, speechless and dismayed. See, dearest mother, the letter says Pete will soon be better. Alas, poor boy, he will never be better, nor maybe needs to be better, that brave and simple soul. While they stand at home at the door, he is dead already. The only son is dead. But the mother needs to be better. She with thin form presently dressed in black. By day her meals untouched, then at night fitfully sleeping, often waking. In the midnight waking, weeping, longing with one deep longing. Oh, that she might withdraw unnoticed, silent from life escape and withdraw, to follow and seek, to be with her dear dead son. And I bow for a moment.
You guys talking through his performance.
Yeah, why don't you give me a perform roll?
That nat 20.
And bowgun is actually another word for crossbow.
Oh no! Tonight the
Wow.
lectures.
But look at that
I
bonus.
think I have a +50.
Yeah, the bonus definitely helps. So yeah, you get like an applause. It's a little more quiet though, maybe a little more contemplative.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. I keep my head bowed for a moment, and then take up and take a swig. And how many people? I look around the crowd for a minute. How many people are in here?
It's pretty packed. There's, maybe 40, 50 people inside. It's a pretty big common room. It's a fairly nice inn.
A moment in the relative quiet, and I say, let us all remember war's victories and its and its defeats, for all suffer in the end. Talk to the bartender. I've got a full round on me for everybody.
Now you get uproarious applause.
That's all
Everyone's
I want.
really excited about that.
Yeah. Oh,
I nod to Joffrey and I say it's okay.
Durian needs validation.
cool.
No, I don't. I need people to like me.
I thought you were gonna break out the flute.
Not till I enchant that shit. Yeah. So I go over to the bar and take a seat and
Awesome. Yeah. Joffrey's like, so your benefactors asked me to itemize my costs.
I say this. Don't worry about this. This is for our discussion. It will pay off dividends, I think. And then I pull out 30 gold and hand it to him, and I'll say, keep a tab for me. What?
Okay. Yeah.
I pull out 30 gold and I say, if it comes to more than this, I'll make the difference up. But this should get you started.
You'd have to have a very rowdy night for it to come to more than this.
Fair enough.
Don't tell your red-headed friend. I don't want her breaking chairs just because you paid for them already.
She's speaking of
Fun.
Fawn.
Fawn. Oh, I forget that Fawn's redheaded.
Yep.
Fair enough. I like nod and I say, anyway, I have mingling to do.
Yes,
We'll talk later.
please.
And I go over and make my way, kind of to I'm like slapping people's backs and cheersing them and making my way towards the tourist crowd, the human.
Yeah, I mean, most of the crowd is the tourist crowd, so there are a good number of other people in here as well. Some humans that have been in for a couple days, but have pretty well stayed to themselves. One or two elves.
Sure. I'm gonna slap some backs, but then take up a post and look for perhaps a leader, someone who looks like who's a merchant leader.
So you're looking for the richest guy in the room, basically.
Basically, maybe he's not
Yeah.
flaunting it, but somebody who's clearly being looked up to.
Yeah, I mean, like, a merchant with money wouldn't flaunt it on the road because that's how you get robbed. But he's nice and safe in a city. He's probably wearing his best.
Okay.
So yeah, you definitely see a. I should figure out what this means before I roll it. Yeah, you see a guy in like nice gold trimmed silks and he's got like a couple of nice rings on that you can. Look like gold rings. You can't see what they've
Is
all
he at a
got.
table with a bunch of people, or is he kind of by himself?
No, he's definitely sitting by a bunch of people.
Okay. I walk over to the table. I grab I call Joffrey over and have him pour a few ales and
Yeah.
carry a handful over, and I go to that table, to the whole table, and I set him down, and I say, "Thank you for hearing me out, friends. Some poems get to me more than others, and this one spoken with perhaps less skill but more feeling."
Hey, not at all, friend. Fitting words for these times, says the obviously richest guy there.
Yeah. I cheers. I say, I hope everyone enjoys. Thank you much. I can't help but notice your accent. You come from the south, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like a big, like...
A
not
charging
big,
boar.
but- Yeah, he's got the boar sigil pinned on his chest. It's smaller, actually, than you would expect from someone who's wearing fairly gaudy stuff. But yeah, he nods and says, yeah, it's, well, like you said, it's perilous times in certain
Gotcha.
areas.
But seems like you've got a fairly sizable merchant company, is it?
Yeah, we do fairly well for ourselves.
Yeah, doing business in the town. That's good. I'm glad to see that business is flowing once more. That must be a good sign.
He just nods.
I won't bother you any longer. Obviously, enjoy yourselves on me. But
Thank you kindly, sir.
But I do have a few contacts on the council here in Sienne. If you're looking to make certain arrangements.
Really? Y'all got a name? I never heard of a bard that doesn't like a little self-promotion.
You could call me Durian. Just plain Durian. Does he know? Does he know? It'd be the first time
You see his eyes widen, and he's like... And they narrow back again, probably narrower than what he was looking at you before, and he says, I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Durian.
I bow and I say, hope your stay is pleasant.
You too.
And now I'm going, are there any lonely women in this bar right now?
Oh, Durian.
Perhaps from Taurus.
Yeah, definitely not. Like, any women that are here with the group
Nina?
are...
Fawn.
Or Fawnelin, yeah.
Nope,
She's
not me.
She's not lonely.
I'm good.
She's got a horse.
You know those horse girls.
Yep.
They're crazy.
Yeah,
A horse is a horse, of course.
of course. So, yeah, there are women sitting at tables in groups, but, you know, mixed gender groups. No one that's, like, at the bar looking for a hookup.
I got it.
Or whatever, you know, you had in mind.
Durian needs a grinder.
I was honestly looking for somebody that I could, you know, have some decent pillow talk with, find out more information about them, but...
Yeah.
All right,
I mean,
so...
that's not to say you can't hit on the girls that are...
Nah,
sitting at
if
tables
there's
in
no
groups.
obvious targets, I'm not going to piss them off.
there aren't any lone lambs for you to pick off.
None
None have separated from the herd,
How late is it?
the flock. 7, 8 p.m. It's starting
Cool.
to get dark, but you know, spring's coming around, so the days are getting longer.
Mhm. I go back to Joffrey and I say, Joffrey, Oh, I gotta take off gold on my own character sheet, I remember. I say,
Please
Yeah.
update your sheets with any items or costs.
I haven't done shit.
I tell,
I got some oats.
Well, I'm boring.
I tell Joffrey, I'm like, they're a little tight-lipped and they may have heard of me before. I have a reputation that at least people from Taurus,
Shit, that's right. You all...
Mm-hmm.
Southern accent, god damn it. That's right, you all,
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But that
yeah.
said, I'm not done on this mission yet. If there were other major stop-offs for merchants coming into town, other bars, where would one call?
If you have money, you'd come call here. If not, though, there are other bars around the city. I guess no inn would be necessarily more prone to travelers than others. You know, that's what inns are for. They're for travelers, so depends on your coin purse. Couple of the cheaper places are more towards the walls and less toward the center here.
Mm-hmm. I'll keep my ear to the ground, as I said.
Yeah. So
Right.
remember, all your stuff's paid for here.
Oh, I wouldn't take my business elsewhere, but it pays
I
to...
appreciate that.
Joffrey, it pays
Sixth
to,
Business.
pay-
a lot
yeah,
of
I
places.
I understand. But it pays also to, stick an ear in a few other doors, if you know what I mean.
No, I got you.
Anyway,
Well, he quickly gets called away. Busy bar, you know.
yeah. I'm staying up, by the way, until late into the night, so take it to the rest of the party.
Yeah, so, Nina, I know, wanted to sing.
Yeah, I'm
were,
waiting like an hour after he.
Yeah. Were either of you, Fawn or Caven, doing any social roles?
Watching for dwarves.
Watching for
But
dwarves.
that's it.
That's so social.
I mean,
Eating,
there-
drinking,
or
hanging out.
watching for that wood elf that threw fucking thunderstone at me, that bastard. I'm gonna kill him when I see him. Maybe not kill him, but, you know, be very unhappy with
Yeah.
him.
So, yeah, I mean, there are a couple people in cloaks, but, you know, you spend a little time kind of watching this guy out of the corner of your eye, and you can see, well, that's a dark-skinned human, and that's you know, obviously that's a gnome or a halfling, not a wood elf. So No, you kind of spend your time kind of casing the joint, and you don't see the wood elf. You do see a pair of dwarves against like the far wall, hill dwarves, not deep dwarves, and it looks like it's probably a man and his wife. You know, they're just chatting it up. Don't seem to
I ignore
look
them.
at you even, or especially notice you.
I ignore them.
Okay. Cool. So unless there's anything else, Nina, I think a half hour passes.
Okay, so after sufficient time, as per Dorian's request, has passed,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go wherever the best place is to perform. Like,
Right
You
where I
know.
was standing.
Yeah,
basically.
same place Durian was, up by the hearth.
and I say, further entertainment tonight. Enjoy, and I sing, Travis.
Okay. Why don't you tell the stream what you are singing while I get it ready?
Yeah, so I am singing a song from a series done by Monty Ohms. The composer himself, Jeff Williams, is a brilliant, brilliant composer. And his daughter also assists in with the lyrics, so they're ridiculously amazing songs.
Yep. And here is a cover version by someone named Risa Rose, it looks like. So, yeah, do you do any introduction or anything, Nina?
Yeah, I mean, I
This
did
is
a
a
basic
song
introduction,
about-
like, this is just a song that I picked up on the road, and I hope you all enjoy it.
Short and sweet. I like it. Nina gets up and starts singing.
Oh, God.
Come on, baby. Pipes.
I love
Gotta
it.
do it
Shut
that high
up.
pitched.
Take my hand, 'cause you and I are gonna shine. I was cold in the dark, it was empty in my life. From the outside it looked so bright,
Oh, shit.
but nothing felt right to me.
Wait, is this for
Like a
real?
sky with no sun,
Yeah.
like a night that has no day.
So, as Nina's singing, everyone, probably excluding her, because Nina's probably concentrating on the song, a large Blackford Minotaur walks in the door, starts looking around. You can see that, Fawn, you're not familiar with Minotaurs, just
I don't know
from
what
where
the fuck
you
this
live.
thing is.
Yeah, but the rest of you have certainly seen them. This guy is quite large.
Is he bigger than the last two we've seen?
Definitely.
Oh. Okay.
And like, noticeably larger.
Okay.
And you guys see him. He's standing there, kind of fairly well armored. You don't usually see a minotaur in clothing. It's quite strange. But he looks a bit like this: the large great axe slung on his back. Starts looking around.
The last time we had a Minotaur,
Whoa.
the Great Axe did not go so well.
Go well, yeah.
Big,
He's big
nasty
as
looking
fuck.
Minotaur.
And he obviously spots Nina up at front.
Does
Singing.
he have the spiked hand things too?
Yeah, large gauntlets.
Okay.
He looks behind him and says something, and walks in, and a second huge black minotaur, looks like they could be brothers, walks in, and between them steps a familiar purple-robed little gnome.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
No, I know.
No.
No, you're
way.
singing. I grab Caben's leg under the table.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, you're all
holding it,
kind of
or-
looking. Fawn,
Yeah,
you
And I say
Do they see
the,
us?
the gnome looks over and waves at you, Durian. Big smile on.
I like turn to Caben. I'm like,
Fucking go.
Caben, we gotta go.
Where are we
This is
gonna
gonna be
go?
bad. I stand.
Just yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna do anything yet.
Okay.
It's time to make up your mind.
How long is singing?
Okay.
I don't know how
I
long.
think that's the end of the song. I think it might be looping now.
Well, I mean, this is the length of the song, so this all.
Yeah, I mean, it goes for 4 minutes. I think it's been more than 4 minutes, is what I mean, Travis.
Oh, well, let this. You're finishing the song. I mean, at some point you notice the Minotaurs. You can't even see the gnome though, with all the tables between you.
Oh, never mind. It's ending right now.
Boom. Mic drop. Oh, never mind.
No, it was recycling
Oh,
to
okay.
the front. But yeah, you finish and give me a perform roll.
Drop the mic. Walk off.
Oh my god, it's the Night of the Living Werewolves.
Yeah, you were a little
Guys,
surprised to
let's
see.
get the bad rolls out now because
Yeah, you were a little surprised to see these big minotaurs that are like, they look like they're wearing. It would be full plate if their whole bodies were covered, but it looks like about half plate if you were to say. And they you finish and you hear the loudest clapping from the back. And you look and you see a little gnome between these minotaurs, clapping quite heartily.
So, I sort of like perk my hand around my back,
Okay.
poke twice, I'm like, okay, weapon check. Like, looking like, okay, still got my armor.
Your weapon's a big fucking scythe. Yeah, it's there.
I'm like making sure
I can't tell if
everything's
it's
ready,
there,
and
though.
then I'm going to very carefully head to the party, avoiding them.
Yeah. So, you finish your song, and,
Well, Durian left, right?
no, I didn't go. During the end of the song, I get up and walk to the bar.
okay. Yeah, the gnome starts walking over towards you, Durian. The Minotaurs are definitely getting some looks, but the tavern's still lively, like.
I'd like before they get there because they're across the room. I like to lean over to Joffrey and say something, hopefully before the gnome gets there.
Yeah. What do you say?
I say, better go call the authorities. There's going to be trouble.
Friends of yours? Wow.
The opposite of.
Hey. Just keep it friendly and take it outside if it's not.
I will, but put the call in. I'd appreciate it. And then
Yeah,
I
yeah.
turn back. I turn back on the bar and I put my arms up and I'm like, "Hey, you little thing! It's been a while."
Durian! Good to see you again, my friend. Mind if I speak with you for a minute?
Sure, I'm right here.
Awesome. Would your friends like to join us?
Nah, they wouldn't, but we can talk.
Excellent. I was hoping you'd say that. And he, there's an open stool next to you, and he kind of looks at it and sort of awkwardly climbs on top.
Do you want a hand?
I'm quite good, thank you. The hand you gave me last time was oh so helpful.
I just take to threats from criminal minds like yourself really well.
Oh, now, Durian. You can't say someone offering you what you consider to be a bad deal is criminal. Anyway, my friend, that's what I was hoping to talk to you about. You can see, his big Minotaur guys just kind of stand behind him. They're not,
They came into the room all the way, and they're just right there.
Yeah, the one near the bar kind of just turns and stares at whoever's sitting there, and he, grabs his mug and just leaves. As does the person next to him. So they kind of lean against the bar.
Okay, so before I want to give the party a chance to react to this arrangement.
Yeah,
before we
so
get going.
party, you're seeing this.
Oh, I sort of mimic Minotaurs in the fact that I'm going behind Durian.
If Nina approaches, I gesture away.
I stop at the minimum distance a second he stops he starts gesturing, but I'm I ain't going. I'm there.
Minimum distance has no meaning. How far or close do you get?
The second he I go to walk up behind Durian. Second he starts going hand motion.
If I see
I
you
am
coming
stop.
down from where you performed and start approaching me, I wave you off immediately. As soon as I see you move.
So, well, wherever he waves me off, Jeff, it's like,
Okay, yeah, I mean,
I
you're
think-
you're right about at the table where Caben and Fawn are sitting.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay, but if
cool.
do you do anything, I guess?
I'm
Yeah.
observing because if Nina's getting waved off, I'm not gonna try and.
Fawn was there, right, when we dealt with this guy already?
I think I was just
Yeah.
starting.
Yeah.
Just barely. We were like, trip
Well,
this
like-
guard. She's like, all right, fine, I'll trip this
She's
guard.
like,
I don't know
alright,
what the
yeah,
fuck's
broke
going
the
on.
poor bastard's nose.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Let's not bring
Bleeding
that up.
off.
I didn't do anything.
And anyway,
I
yeah,
don't know
Fawn,
what
you
you're
you like barely recognize this gnome. You know, the whole incident maybe didn't stand out to you because you've been in bar fights before. Fucking A.
Yeah,
But
like just the other day.
yeah, just the other day. One of your less successful bar fights. But anyway, moving right along, you
That's all I wanted to clarify.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just chilling there observing.
Yep, and like I said, Fawn, you've never you know what minotaurs are? Like, you can obviously tell, oh shit, those are minotaurs. You've never seen one in person, and they look huge. And like I said,
like it.
Caben, Nina, and Durian, these guys are a good foot taller than other minotaurs you've seen.
Right.
Jet black fur, and obviously armor and weapons.
Bigger than Larry.
Bigger than Larry.
Yeah.
Fucking Larry.
Poor Larry. He's
Larry
on a
the
prison
Minotaur.
ship. He's still on a prison ship serving out a sentence.
Yeah, he's got 15 years out on a prison ship. So, anyway, yeah, the gnome signals to Joffrey and says, "Excuse me, friend. Bottle of Rippian Rosé, 1238 if you have it. Couple of tankards of malt liquor for my friends here." Says, "So, Durian, was hoping to run into you again. Talked to my boss, and, well, she wanted to give you another chance to help mend some fences, if you will."
That's very kind of you. Are you, I pointed at him and I, like, lean over and I'm like, are you compensating for something? Pointing to the two minotaurs.
"Oh, well, 4-on-1 didn't seem so fair last time, A real man fights 1-on-1, so
It was 3
Figured
on
I'd-
1,
I'd at
2
least
on
get-
1 last time.
it was..."
Sorry.
Yeah, Fawn was with you guys, like... Anyway, he says, "Well, I figured I'd only make it 3-on-4, Still give you guys the edge."
Mighty kind of you.
I try. Anyway, they're just here to make sure the same thing doesn't happen again. But Durian, how would you like a job?
What kind of job?
The kind of job that makes up for 200 or 2,500 gold that you owe my boss.
I didn't know that bringing in a convicted felon would cost me something, but that said, I'd have to say that
Bringing
You
in
know-
would have been one thing, but he ended up dead.
yeah,
People
it's
can't,
better
people
better
can't
than
escape
he-
from jail when they're dead.
better that than the alternative. It's more than he got more than he deserved anyway. But that said, realistically, listen, you're clearly a practical, little sort of guy.
I try to be.
There's no way that even if you hired us, that I could trust you to not backstab us, and that you could trust me not to, renege on the deal because we feel we don't owe you anything. How would such a deal be even practical?
Well, you could trust me in that we need a job done, and it would certainly pay your debt, and, well, we're aware of your record. It's not something beyond your skill. As to how I could trust you, well, that is the question, isn't it?
I'm more worried about how I couldn't trust you to set me up somewhere, to do something that perhaps would knock me down a few pegs that I don't need to be knocked down.
Oh, Well, Durian, come now, come now. If we just wanted to get back at you, well, we could have followed you and those ridiculous leafy little people into the troll-infested forest. Wait till the trolls soften you up and... But we'd like
You
to
would
give
have never
you a
made it
chance.
there. You would have never made it. All right. Well, I clearly am sitting here, and you're talking, and I'm not leaving. So, what do you got to say?
It's about what you have to say. I've offered you a job.
I don't
If you're
accept
not
jobs
interested-
without knowing the details ahead of time.
There's a little encampment of unfriendly people. We'd like to see them not so alive. Pretty simple, really. Your friend Nina's better suited to this thing than you are, but I'm sure you could help.
You haven't seen me in a while. I think you're maybe are less protected than you think you are right now.
And you're assuming I haven't seen you for a while.
Oh, snap.
If you've seen me for a while, then you really haven't seen me for a while.
What?
Yeah, he's just
What's
kind of-
going on?
and shakes his head. Whatever. What I'm offering you is a chance at peace. My boss, well, they're practical.
I lean forward and I look at him. I get down on his level and I look at him
Yeah.
and I'm like,
He
Listen.
pulls up his wine glass, takes a
I
sip.
say,
Delicious.
how about you turn yourself over? I bring you to the Council of CN and get reward money for what I'm sure is an outstanding warrant in several countries. And leave anyway.
Standing for what? Who would you turn over to them? What's my name?
It doesn't matter what your name is. Do you have papers on you?
You know, if you know the right people, you don't need papers.
Yeah, but perhaps that'll change in the wrong situation.
Could happen. I'm not too worried about it.
I imagine
Sips
that
again from his wine glass.
I don't work for free, and I don't recognize the debt between us. Not from low scum like you. Or high scum like you two. I look up at them. But that said,
That's your choice. I'm just the messenger, Durian. Try not to shoot me this time. I was simply asked to deliver a message. If you're not interested, well, that's fine. I would encourage you to talk it over with your friends, though.
I'll tell them we spoke, and I told them what I'm going to tell you right now, which is, you can go fuck yourself. And I stand up from the bar and put my back to them, and walk over to the table.
Okay. He says after you inform your friend Fawnlin that she shares in your debt now. She better hang out with better people next time.
I don't answer, but I
Yeah.
walk over and I whisper or like harsh whisper to Nina, and I say, I'm not gonna turn around. Signal to me when they leave. And then I get down. My back's to them, and I sit
Yeah.
and put my drink on the table and say, well, always nice to catch up with old friends, isn't it, Caben?
What do they want?
Oh, they were offering us a job.
A job now. So it went
Yes.
from us owing them money to us doing something for them?
It's more like we do something for them and it cancels a debt, apparently. That sounds like a bad deal to me, but I hope you guys don't mind in that I told them to fuck off.
Oh, I would have put it in much bigger words, but that will do.
Well, I told Joffrey that there might be trouble. He asked me to take anything outside, so that's why I asked you to stay away, Nina. Everybody, we cannot, even if it's to our disadvantage, we can't mess up our relationship with Lord Tegan any further, and there's a scuffle, it has to happen away from prying eyes. I'd recommend we not travel around alone right now, especially at night.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Nina, you keeping an eye on them?
Oh yes.
Good.
Yeah, they're chilling there at the bar. Minotaurs are drinking from their massive tankards. The gnome seems intent on finishing a couple glasses of wine, but yeah. Do you guys do anything, or just wait for them to
I say, Fawn, they had 1 point, and
Oh.
I think you're with us, but I think it's only fair to say that, well, we caught you up. We tracked down a known murderer and criminal and killed him, and but that led also to one of our friends' deaths. But that said, they apparently don't take kindly to this death, and me not taking this deal now lumps you in with us. I hope that's okay.
Well, from the sounds of it, I don't really have a choice.
You do have a choice. You could leave right now. You could actually go speak to him and say, he's still waiting there. But this would be you leaving, and I would hope that you would not leave us for some criminal threats. But I wanted to give you the option.
I kind of lean in real close and whisper to Dorian, "Can we just kill him?"
Not here and not now.
We tried that last time. Kind of.
Did you try hard enough?
No, we're going to try harder. I lean in.
try harder?
Well, do you think you can take both those Minotaurs? They look pretty buff.
Guys,
Oh, I think I can take one left.
I gesture them in close, and I say, I want you to give me the signal when they leave, because I'm going to tail them and find out where they're camped out tonight.
I clear my throat in acknowledgement.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I guess we'll
Yeah,
see where this goes.
Yeah, so they stay at the bar for a good half hour, finish their drinks, and head out.
Okay, as they're heading out, I tap the table 3 times.
The owl flies at midnight.
In fact, Hedwig runs into a window, taps 3 times.
Hedwig is not Errol, okay?
He wanted a signal. There's a signal.
Okay, I got 3 taps. So I'm nodding and still chatting with Caven or whatever. I will kind of
so
try
you
and
see
see the
them head
door.
out the door.
Yeah. I wait right when the gnome, I guess, leaves first or last. Who leaves last?
Minotaur, no Minotaur.
Okay, the minute the second Minotaur leaves, I get up and move quickly over to the door.
Okay. Yeah, give me a... So it's fairly... Do you, obviously run
No,
the
I
door?
haven't left the door yet. No, I haven't left
to
yet.
the door. Do you,
Um,
sprint to the door? Do you walk quickly? Do you...
Walk quickly.
Okay, cool. Give me a perception check.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
We
you
went
s-
from 2, 2, and 3 to a nat 20.
We should have fought him! We should have fought him! That would have been a crit!
No,
No.
we should not have fought them.
It would have
would've
been a
been a
nat
fun-
1 then.
We should not have fought
Yeah. Anyway, you look out and you can easily see the minotaurs walking off. You do not see the gnome.
The Minotaur's walking off out of a window or whatever. How do I see them?
No, you're at the door. You just
Oh, the
they're
door
just
is open.
walking down the street. Yeah.
Okay. I look back in the room. Are people paying attention to me?
Quick look around, not especially. Maybe there are 1 or 2 people that were watching the huge minotaurs leave and noticed the guy that they were talking to ran to the door, but I mean, nothing seems. It doesn't look like anyone's looking at you especially interestedly.
I'm by the door, and I'm gonna wait about 10 seconds till I feel it's particularly I'm not in sight from the outside. I'm just against the wall, leaning and thinking or whatever, and keeping an eye on everybody. And then when I feel like I'm the least possible noticed, barring the fact that it's a public area, I'm gonna snap and go invisible.
Yeah, I mean, You do it in the bar?
Yeah.
This is some Frodo level shit.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
Guess who bumped up their stealth? 26.
Alright, yeah,
You
I mean,
did.
you just, you kind of, like, start slipping out the door and invis, and you're out.
Okay. I stop. I'm right outside the door. I maybe take 2 steps to the side, so that nobody runs into me accidentally leaving.
Yeah.
And I sit and wait. And I'm gonna look around and see if I see the gnome.
You do not see him. You see the Minotaurs are, getting a couple blocks down at this point.
Okay. If I'm in danger of losing sight of them, I will start to follow. But I'm gonna wait at least for.
How
20
long
seconds.
does your invisibility last?
10 minutes? 9 minutes?
What level was he now? 9?
Level 9.
9 minutes.
Okay. So you have 9 minutes. I am going to start a timer.
Okay, but keep me updated on how far they're walking. The Minotaurs.
Yeah, I mean, they're about 2 blocks away from you now, and they don't appear to be stopping.
Okay. I wait 10. Okay. Tell me when the timer started.
Yeah, so it's 9:00, set, start. Go. Yeah, they're continuing to walk away. You're waiting. You're giving it a few ticks.
I start to follow now.
Okay.
If I didn't see any indication of the gnome, and I'm being stealthy, but I'm pursuing.
Yeah. So, how stealthy are you being? Because they're minotaurs. They're tall. You're walking behind them, but to keep up with them, you can't, like, sneak around and make no noise, right?
No, I'm moving
You've got to
fairly.
move at full speed. So.
I get off to the side of the street, hopefully away from where I'd make a
The
lot
main
of noise.
traffic, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
it's darker.
I follow pretty quickly. I mean, it's night. It's
Okay.
probably like 8 or 9 o'clock by now. I bet. So.
Yeah, it's probably closer to 10. So there are a few, like, nicely blended in street lamps that, like, if you were looking at them during the day, you'd think they were just trees, but, like, there's some hollows that have been built and lamps that are shedding light on the street. And you're hustling along. Since you can't really be stealthy, you see a couple of people, like, sort of look around, but you're taking care not to pass right next to them. So.
Right.
Yeah. So you're maintaining distance with the Minotaurs.
Good.
Been about
Give me a rough.
7.5 minutes left.
Okay. What direction am I heading, basically, into the city? Am I going towards Llewellyn's, away from Llewellyn's?
Llewellyn's
center?
is to the south. You're going west.
Got it.
'Cause
That's
you're basically in the center of the city, so
Got
you are
it.
going west.
I follow.
Cool. Yeah, I mean they're just walking along. They,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. I got time. I'm following. I maybe slow my pace a little bit. I pause. Well, that'd be skipping ahead. What time are we at right now?
7 minutes.
Okay. I pause right here.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna look around behind me.
Okay, yeah.
a
You look
perception
around. Give me a
check.
perception check. Sure.
Nice.
22. All right. You don't see anything unexpected. There are some people walking about, usually in groups of 2 or 3, sometimes a single person. No one appears to be paying any attention to you.
Good. I start to follow again now.
You notice, of course, that all of the adult elves are armed, but
Yeah,
they have
and-
been since you've been in the country.
I'm moving
for
a bit
while.
slower now, even if they start to
Okay.
pull away a bit. And I'm keeping an eye out that there are alleyways or places that I could hide to become visible, perhaps.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah,
not coming.
I mean, go ahead.
I was just saying, so I don't just pop invisible in the middle of the street. I'm just kind of keeping an eye out of places I can duck into.
Sure. Yeah, you see plenty of alleyways, but you know you have about 5.5 minutes or so left, so you're following them along.
I keep following.
Okay, if you're moving stealthier, they're starting to put more distance between you two.
That's fine. I'm
Okay.
not letting them get out of reach entirely, but I am
Yeah.
moving a little bit more cautiously.
Okay, they're about 2 blocks ahead of you, and at this point, they take a right. You lose
Okay.
sight of them.
Okay. I keep the same pace, and when I get to that intersection, I turn right.
Okay, you turn right. I should figure out what this die means. Okay. Alright, you just see them take a left into another street as you round the corner.
Okay, I hustle at this point to the next corner.
Okay, give me another stealth check.
Sure.
For shits and giggles.
Oh, it takes me a while to look this up, and it's wasting time.
Plus 13.
So just roll a d20, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. 22 again.
Okay, cool. Alright. A dog starts barking at you from inside a shop or a house or something.
I ignore it. Keep going.
Okay.
I go to the next intersection. What time am I at when I look left?
You think you have about 4 minutes left, and you see the Minotaurs continuing on along.
Okay. I start following again.
Okay. Cool. Roll me one more stealth check. 18.
That's the one that kills me.
Right. You see them take a left into what looks like a bar or a tavern or an inn, some blocks up in front of you.
Okay, I'm going.
I mean, you can tell because they're so big, but it's like 3 blocks away.
That's fine. I'm in the remaining 2 minutes. I'm going to make my way fairly slowly across the street to an alley, hopefully across the street from the bar.
Okay, you'd have to hustle pretty well because they were like 3 blocks ahead of you.
Okay. Well, then I'm a block back from them, but
Sure.
across the street, and then I duck into
Okay.
an alleyway.
All right, yeah, and you'd have maybe a minute left. Do you just uninvis or?
No, I wait and I look out the alleyway. Do I see anyone in the alleyway? I want to do a quick scan. Make
No,
sure I'm
it's
alone.
definitely empty.
Okay, then I'm crouched.
There's a cat that's like
Oh.
staring. It probably smells you, but obviously doesn't see anything.
I ignore the cat and I look out towards. I peek around the corner of the alleyway and watch the bar from a block up. For 30
Okay.
seconds.
Yeah, a guy goes in. A couple people come out.
Okay. I'm gonna turn invis or turn visible.
Uninvis. Okay.
Yeah.
Your invisibility spell wears off. You are now visible.
I'm crouched down in the corner. It probably looks suspicious if anybody sees me, but what's the name of the bar?
You're a block away. You can't tell.
Okay.
It's dark, so you'd have to be like right in front of it to be able to read the sign.
Is there a crowd around? Are there people passing by?
No, this is a quieter street. I mean, there are people, but you can see them coming, so you could easily conceal yourself so they wouldn't see you.
No, so I wait till it looks like nobody's like facing the alleyway exactly, and I pop out however long that takes.
Yeah, doesn't take too long. So yeah, you pop out. You're in the street.
And I'm gonna walk down the street towards where the bar is, but I'm not going towards the bar. I'm just gonna pass by it and check out the
Sure.
name.
Yeah,
Walk.
do a pass by.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, you pass by, and you see it's called the Socket.
How does
Looks
it look?
like kind of a
nice bar, seedy bar.
yeah, kind of a little dingy. Doesn't look too big.
Do I see the Minotaurs as in windows or anything as I walk by? I don't stop, but
Yeah. Windows are surprisingly clean, but it looks like it's not too well lit. You think you can see a pretty large shape with a horn or two coming out of its head, so
cool.
probably them. Not a lot of minotaurs in CN.
Okay. I'm walking on casually. I pass by.
Okay. Cool. You have passed by.
And I'm gonna go up a block, spend a roundabout method, but go find a fairly busy street and just pick the first bar I see to hop into.
Okay, don't have to go too far. Yeah, you find a fairly lively bar. There's someone in there with a lute strumming away, and can hear
Yeah.
people kind of clapping and stomping to the tune.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the bar, be visible to everybody, be in public, and listen to the lute player. And in a minute, I'm gonna ask
Yeah.
the bartender something. But let's.
Cool. Yeah, you can hear it's a dwarven drinking song, and there are quite a few dwarves in here. You're kind of glad Fawn's not with right now.
Yeah, but I love dwarves, so I'm pounding
Yeah,
along.
Durian's cool.
I'm singing along, so.
Yep. So, speaking of Fawn, what is the rest of the party doing?
So after we see the door magically open and close, we assume that's
The door
Dorian
was
leaving.
the door was open. The door was propped open.
The Durian was
Was
okay.
Yeah, Durian just kind of slipped through, and as he
Oh.
did, you saw, like, before his foot should have been out of your visibility, it was no longer visible.
Okay, so to get Q in that hint, I'm like, guys, I have an idea, and I will sort of turn the caveman at this point. I'm like, and I like sigh as I try to remember. Swiftwind owes us a favor, right?
He
Do you
does
think-
me a favor?
Yeah, this is true, Nina.
Shimada,
Bitch, please.
Tomato. He owes you a favor.
Yeah, I don't say that, but yeah, you say he has. Yeah. He said he wants to repay us back something.
You think he would be able to assist us from the air? It's dark. People probably won't notice him flying around.
What's he gonna do in the air?
Well, he could follow the Minotaurs, see where they go.
Isn't that
Right.
what Durian's doing?
Yeah, but if Durian gets into trouble, he can also fly down and help Durian escape.
I don't think Swiftwind's down to let people ride on him.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, but in an emergency, he might be.
I still don't
on
think
pause.
he'd be down.
I mean, you can always kill him with his hooves or bite the back of his shirt. That would help.
Look, maybe he might be, but Durian's doing his Durian thing. If he he knows what the risks if he's following two big ripped minotaurs. I don't think if there is any trouble, I don't think a Pegasus is going to get anyone out of two minotaurs with battle axes. That's just my thought.
No, I don't know. I just have a really bad feeling about this Gaben.
Well, I had a bad feeling when the second the snow went out of lives that few months ago. I wish we saw the last of him.
I mean, going now would endanger him, but I don't want to leave him,
I mean, he's gone now. We don't know where he went. By the time we get
Yeah.
back to the stables and up, I mean, we have to somehow describe. Well, maybe he knows what a minotaur is.
Well, big, furry, cow-like walking creatures. I think he might be able to.
Yeah, but like you said, it's also
Spot them.
dark. Maybe he can't see from the sky that well. I don't know, Nina. I don't
We
know,
could-
but I don't think this is a good idea.
Just don't like doing nothing. This is.
Well,
You're welcome to turn
Not
yourself
much we can
invisible
do.
and go follow him.
Yeah, if only I could.
Durian's gonna
Yeah.
do what Durian's gonna do.
well, unfortunately, Nina, you're blessed with the ability to slice things in half with your scythe, but you can't turn invisible, so that's just the way it is.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if I had lots of gold, I'm sure Llewellyn would have a trinket sooner or later that could probably help with that, but.
Not much you can do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys just...
Wait, it sounds like.
I'm constantly scanning the bar for any sign of this. Any sign of what I think could be trouble. Whether it be big or small.
a couple of human guys get into sort of an argument. It's kind of a "were you looking at my wife" type thing.
Oh god.
It doesn't look like it's going to involve you unless you let it involve you.
No. And I'll occasionally like go to a window and I'll like do a full check outside each window.
Okay.
You know, being super paranoid, I guess, Travis.
Yeah, Nina cases the place suspiciously. Awesome. Durian,
And I just let
Oh, go.
Joffrey know that I'm just doing this because we think there might be trouble and we don't want to cause him trouble.
Yeah, at some point a couple of guards had come in, and sat down and looked at the Minotaurs, and they left after the Minotaurs did, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Joffrey just shrugs and says, well, the big cows aren't here anymore, so.
Yeah.
I think the trouble's left, little miss.
Maybe left your inn,
Oh,
not left.
I
the
don't
city.
think the big guys were the
Hey,
trouble somehow.
If they're not in my inn, I don't care where the trouble is.
I think the
With
trouble
these
may
guys,
have been maybe
it might
smaller,
impact you still.
more purplish in nature than the two big black minotaurs.
What?
I said to Joffrey, I said I don't think the trouble was. I said the trouble was probably smaller and more in the purple variety than the two black minotaurs.
Oh, the green-haired gnome?
Yeah.
Compared to those two, I would not be worried about that little guy.
I don't know.
Nice robes, though. Silk looked like.
He's quite resilient.
Oh, you
I think for a second.
you know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
He just
You
goes
mutter,
back to tending his
He's
fire.
quite resilient. Like, what? How do you know? Oh,
I'm remembering that it took like 4 punches to knock his ass out. So
Yeah. Yep. Joffrey just nope the fucks out of that conversation, and
Makes sense.
yeah. Cool. So going back to Durian, what are you doing, buddy?
I sit down, I order a drink, and take a scan of the room, type of people
Are
around.
you in the inn they went into?
No, I took a
No,
different...
no, no.
Oh, okay.
I went into an inn around the corner, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're looking around. Like I said, there are quite a few dwarves in here. It's not... Excuse me. It's not so much a packed house, but you can tell some, elves have come in to kind of, listen at the music and, bemusedly watch the dwarves drink and whatever.
Wherever's the biggest party of dwarves, I order a couple rounds from the bartender and take some tankards over to the dwarves.
Okay, yeah, there's a pretty raucous group that, it looks like they're arm wrestling each other and telling
Of
probably
course.
very boastful stories that are maybe 40% true.
I walk up with some drinks and I say in Dwarvish, I say, "This looks like where the boring party is. Can I come liven you guys up a bunch?"
He looks at you and says in Dwarven, liven us up! Oi, does a bear shit in the woods? Sit down, sonny!
I join them.
What's your name?
I'm Durian, and yours.
Durian. Shit.
Dwarven name, it's fine.
Yeah, my name is Amos. Amos Redbeard.
Is his beard red or is it like black?
No, it's totally red.
Okay. I'm like, it's a fitting name, Amos. It's a fitting name for a fine knight.
Ah ha ha! I wish I were a knight.
I chuckle and I raise a tankard to him, and I'm just gonna chat with them for a bit. I mean, I don't need anything specific. I want to sit with them for maybe half an hour.
Yeah,
but then I have something to say to them later.
Yeah, you're Durian Burr. You can schmooze for half an hour.
Oh hell yeah! So I love dwarves.
Trading
I love
dirty
that.
jokes. Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, no, you just give me a diplomacy roll. We'll just
Ooh,
see how well
it's
you
been a while. It's been a while since I've rolled diplomacy. I actually have stopped leveling it up. 18.
Oh yeah, you get along famously with them.
Great.
Awesome.
I'd like to figure out where they're from.
They are from The border between Ariadnish and Locus. A place called the Fallcrest Bluffs. They do some mining there, and they were transporting some ore.
Cool.
Yeah. Like, these friggin' elves, they don't mine much, you know. Need some good solid dwarven ore.
Good business in bringing it down, I bet.
Oh, you better bet.
Yeah, it seems like everybody is out to make a killing lately, especially with all the troubles down south.
Aye, you best believe it, buddy. This is a refined ore. He kind of
Yeah.
looks around and says, "We're doing pretty well for ourselves."
Good.
I think CN got a lot of their materials from the Palatinus Taurus mountain range, and, well, not a whole lot shipping out of the Volmus mines these days.
I chuckle and I'm like, well, you'll never know what I saw tonight, though.
Oh,
Maybe.
do tell.
I was passing by a bar not too far back, 10-15 minute walk or whatever, and I swear I saw a party of merchants from Taurus. I mean, you can tell they're pretty harsh accent from the south there, but there must have been a party.
Oi, yeah, they got some silly friggin' accents.
But I heard them. I swear there was at least 40 or 50 of them coming up. Looks like they're
Really?
making a
You
big
don't say.
killing.
Do you know what they were selling, laddie?
No, I couldn't pry anything out of them. I was kind of hoping that some fellow traders, even from the opposite direction, might have insight, but they're a pretty closed-lipped bunch, tellingly. So you might be doing well, but perhaps some people in the city stand to do better.
Well, I'm curious what they'd be selling.
only
Either
a
way, we're getting a better than usual market price for our goods. So,
Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm sure it's still pretty unsettled around the Volmus mines.
as far as I know, not a lot getting in or out of Palatinus these days.
That would make sense. I know if they come from Taurus, this party could only have come a couple ways, so... And I'd be surprised if Palatinus allowed them to just trade freely to the north.
I highly doubt that one, my friend. I appreciate the info, though. Well, let me catch you the next drink.
Thank you, friend. Amos, it's been a pleasure meeting you. I always like meeting people who like to have a good time.
Well, you can always count on a dwarf to share a drink and a story. So that's Amos Redbeard.
What was it? It was
Okay.
Bluffs? Something Bluffs? I didn't quite hear it.
From the
Doesn't-
Fallcrest Bluffs area.
Fallcrest. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Like during
You
my
never
night,
know.
Yeah. Okay. I shoot the shit there for
Okay.
a couple hours. Let things cool down a bit before I, like maybe an hour and a half, and then I'm gonna take my leave.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, they you get along very well with them. Where do you head to?
I head out, and I'm gonna head back to our bar.
Okay, do you go the way you came, or do you take a different route?
I don't think I could gain much by going back the way I came, so I'm gonna take a different
Okay.
route back. Just make a circle kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Maybe
I
take
leave,
two lefts, a right, a left, another right, another right,
Right.
another right.
so I leave the bar and I'm gonna walk a couple blocks and then duck into an alley and then turn invisible again.
You're invis.
Cool. And then I make my way back.
Cool. Are you taking your time and being stealthier?
I'm not moving quickly, but I'm not trying to be overly stealthy. I assume it's even later in the night. I just stay out of the
Yeah.
off the way and don't
Okay,
knock over
cool.
anything. But I'm
Yeah, I
walking
mean, do you-
normally.
I guess my question is, do you want to be invis the whole way, or are you okay, like, ducking into an alley and going visible before you get there?
Ducking into an alley before and going.
Okay, cool. Then you can move plenty stealthily. Awesome. Yeah, you get back.
Okay,
Trouble.
going back.
Party. Durian is rejoined.
I motion him to come over, like instantly.
I bump into like a table a little bit, but I'm okay otherwise.
Durian looks like he might have had some turnip liquor.
Like,
A little
so,
bit. A little bit.
news.
Well, I've got
Well,
bad
you follow?
news. Bad news and more bad news.
Okay.
I got out the door as quickly as I could, and the gnome, he was gone immediately. Perhaps by the same means I would use.
I was starting to think that. I mean,
He had
He's
those
wearing
robes on.
yeah, and that other guy, and I think back for a second, also had robes.
I wouldn't connect everything together, Nina. We've got a lot of different threads in our lives, but
If
it's
everyone
true.
has robes as a wizard, man.
Oh, Mr. Llewellyn wears robes.
So is that guy over there. And that guy.
And yeah, and that
And
guy
that
looks
guy.
like a merchant, and that guy looks like a hobo. How do you get it?
Yeah, and by the way, Nina's being paranoid, so she's associating everyone with robes at the moment.
Yep, a merchant, a hobo, and a priest walked into
Hey,
the
Nina,
bar.
didn't you say that guy
And
that...
She
Oh,
said,
this is funny.
sorcerers!
Yeah.
And ran away.
Nina, didn't you say that guy that attacked you is wearing robes?
No, that's what she's talking about.
That's what I mean.
She
like,
literally just said that.
Oh.
Yeah, she was saying, and that's why I said it's probably not related. But I go, clearly they had a plan. The Minotaur left. I wouldn't be surprised if our friend is still skulking around here, but the Minotaurs, I lean in and pitch my voice lower, and I'm like, they walked for a ways, seemed to know where they were going, and they ducked into a bar called the Socket. Seedier looking place, but not too terrible. They could have just picked a random bar to go into and to wait. I scoped it out as safely as I could and then passed on.
well,
Well then.
we're gonna have to tread more carefully. Make sure we have a good watch when we travel in the future.
Yeah, I think
Maybe ask our new friend to survey
I
the
think
area.
actually it's taking some shifts at night, even in the inn.
Hmm.
And when we travel, maybe we can ask our new friend to survey from above, see if he sees anyone.
Not going anywhere anytime soon, so
Yeah, but we have to leave eventually, is my point.
yeah. I mean, we can come up with tons of tactics. I just mean in the next day or two.
Like, kill them.
Well,
Say,
we're in town for the
where-
next 4 days at least, so...
Whoa, next 4 days.
Yeah, I told you I needed 6 days. It's only been 2.
Oh,
been-
I didn't know you needed 6 days.
Yeah. Instead, I had things to do.
You were just following us around today.
She broke. Well, never mind.
I just like...
Anyways, Derek,
I
I wanna... Where are we heading after this? Whether it's
Caben,
6
like,
days
you-
or...
Didn't Caben go with you for the bow?
Yeah, but that's all he knows.
Yeah, but that's like...
yeah, like
done
you
today or
know,
tomorrow.
you know she did nothing because she's getting a bow made.
Yeah, but that's like today or tomorrow done,
Yeah.
not 6 days.
Well, friends, seeing as this is the end of the night and the end of our session that we're playing now, it's getting close to the end of the night.
A whole nother day.
Here's what I see. I think clearly have not had the best of times in the past week or two, which we're gonna let go for the time being. But that said, we have a couple things coming up. We've got Lord Tegan wants to maybe give us something and is spending his coin to put us up here. So I think we at least need to wait for word on that. And if we refuse him, that's the end of our serious business dealings in CN. But you've got this intriguing exploratory option, Caben, that you've heard. These ruins.
In addition-
Sounds
in addition to the
dangerous
one
and
you
unknown.
have.
Well, that's longer term. I'm right now studying, I think you guys know, with Llewellyn, and I do not want to interrupt that until we absolutely have to. And there's going to be more to come with that, but
Oh,
Unless...
that
Oh.
4-hour limit.
Oh no!
but all that said, so Tomorrow morning we're not going anywhere, but in the next 3 days, who knows?
Oh.
And now I think we just need to not go off alone anytime soon and stick together. And they shouldn't. These schmucks shouldn't cause us any problems. And if they do, it's their own heads, not ours.
Well, and I like sort of think for a second, like we mentioned it as the possibility before, but unless something happens with Lord Tegan, perhaps we should look into actually putting a stop to these guys once and for all. Like, end this entirely.
Frankly, Nina, it sounds like these people cover their tracks and maintain a clean enough reputation that they can come into any bar, and they're not wanted like Tycross was. So all that said, it sounds like a lot of pain on our parts to be able to pull off a sting on our own and then not get in trouble for being vigilantes in some way.
Well, we could always request permission from Lord Tegan.
I don't think he would go into that. Going for that. I mean,
What?
so no.
Remove
So it's a
blackmail
noble,
and
Nina. It's a noble goal. But let me give you this perspective. Say I'm the local lord, and I've got a group of heavily armed mercenaries, adventurers, hedge knights, adventurers, whatever we are, come up to me and say, "We want the authority to go kill a bunch of criminals." They'll either say, well, wait a minute, how do you know they're criminals? Who are they? Maybe they've heard of this group, maybe they haven't. Unless there was some warrant we could have to have some authority under which to act, I'm reluctant to say that we should go take this matter into our own hands, unless we thought we could get away with it without being noticed, which I have a feeling they're protected against. You see what I'm saying?
Plus, we're noticeable. Very
Exactly.
noticeable. I mean,
Especially with fucking Swiftboat with us now.
I was going to say, Pegasus aside, I have a giant scythe, and we have...
Bright red armor.
We know about your site.
Not to mention, we have two very distinct elves in our party, and I look at the one that has bright red hair, and the other one that's not as noticeable, I guess.
I was gonna say Caben looks totally normal. Caben looks almost boringly normal.
I mean, besides being named the best blah 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 blah, I'm not going to say it in this particular inn. You know.
What, best archer in Palatinus? He didn't get a medal for that.
Best
No,
archer
man, I
in
don't wanna say-
Platinus at the
I
last
don't wanna
year's
see the-
festival.
But I will say...
don't say the word Platinus in this inn, so...
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but I will say this, friends, that with your patience or acceptance,
Travis,
I
your
think
cam
that
was on.
yeah,
Oh.
I think what we have to accept is that
It was.
we need to wait for them to make the first move. So far, they've made us 2 offers, and the last time, which was a very passive offer, the last time we tried to take it out, didn't go so well for us. It was a lot of trouble, a headache. I think we're just going to have to accept that we're going to have to wait for them to move, kind of like we waited for Venric.
Well, hopefully this time with eyes in the air, we may be able to get the jump on them.
We don't... Silverwind isn't some, like... I was going to say
Oh,
B-2
yeah,
bomber, but
Swiftwind?
we don't know what this is.
Swiftwind.
It's not a drone, Nina.
No, but you know what I mean, though. Having, like...
We
They
know
can
what
be
you
focusing
know
on
what
the
you
ground.
mean. We don't think
Nina,
I don't think
Nina.
you know what you mean. Like talking
Nina,
about
this is not
our
a
friend
scroll
like
just
that
to say, oh, we
isn't-
can just have a creature that we don't really know much, just hovering, flying around us just for the purpose of making sure that we don't have a pair of minotaurs and a gnome trotting behind us
that we
down
can't
the
even
road.
communicate with.
What about Hedwig? Can she alert us? Or...
Yeah, she can squawk.
She can do what she wants. Nina, there are other ways to there are other ways to track us besides just following our footprints.
I imagine moo cows with their giant noses and horns and animal features probably have good hearing and smell.
Well,
Probably
You're
good eyesight too.
there's
You're
also the
thinking-
way we
you're
track
thinking-
the way we track the chimera.
There's far. You're thinking too small. That it's just a pair of minotaurs and a mysterious gnome that are following us. There's an organization
Yeah.
And who knows what resources they have? There's probably they don't even need to follow us. They just need to have somebody in one town say they're leaving town and heading north, and send word to the next town. No one needs to follow us in between. So the Pegasus or anything flying above us to watch is a good idea, but not realistic to how they're probably
Well,
tracking us.
whatever we decide, when it happens, we need to make sure we finish it there and then.
Well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, it sounds like we're here for at least almost close to a week, but then maybe we'll get through multiple days in one session someday.
Yes.
It might happen. It might happen.
This was like one day, wasn't it?
Yeah, the last two
was
sessions
a-
have been
yeah,
one day long.
Maybe if it wasn't so much about trying to bring a Pegasus through a door.
Hey,
It's like,
man.
how do
Hey,
you fit a
man.
circle into a square?
And
Go. Well played.
I think we'll leave off on that note tonight.
Okay.
I want to thank everyone who came out to watch us.
Yeah, thank you guys. Good
especially-
audience.
Yeah, good audience, especially I think Therian, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. You gave me a good laugh. Somebody cast
Series 13N, thank you very much.
yeah, someone cast Mordekainen's disinterested house cat. It wasn't very effective. Or
I missed
however
that.
you... Yeah, it was pretty good. I'm trying to find the exact wording. But, cast Mordekainen's indifferent house cat. I got a good giggle out of that one. So thanks everyone for
Really,
coming to watch.
Really quick, before we do the
yeah.
pre-roll, can all of you guys roll just one d20?
Oh, sure.
Oh, here
For
we
what?
Just roll it. Just roll a d20.
Go. 16, 11. 16.
Oh,
Is this including me?
Yeah.
duh, Travis.
6,
Oh.
of course.
All right.
What
Did I
about
Travis-
you?
win
What about
something?
you, Kevin?
I don't roll it. Travis wins something.
What?
I win.
So, yeah. You win a little
Lowest
goodie.
number?
Lowest.
Lowest
Awesome.
number. Lowest number.
Damn it!
Cool.
So I'll send that to you sometime.
What does he win?
Do you guys want
Well-
to see, or he can show you
Yeah.
when he gets it?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Show us.
No, we'll keep it a
All right.
mystery.
Suspense.
Anyways, guys.
DM hacks giving it away to
Yeah.
the low. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's the lowest
Hey,
this
I
time.
said I decided ahead of time. Lowest
Kevin-
number.
Kevin knows who butters his bread.
I know who holds the rock.
Pollution of the highest degree.
Who
know-
spreads his cheese on crackers?
Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We really
But before
appreciate
we
it.
go-
We have a lot of fun playing. We'll have a lot of fun interacting with the chat, especially with the chat as activists tonight. Throwing some good jokes, throwing some good references. We'll be back next Monday playing D&D.
You will be black then? Are you sure?
Maybe.
I'm really pale. I'm gonna have to tan
So
a
am I.
lot.
I'm pretty sure we
okay?
all are. I have one quick thing before we go, though. If you're still watching, you should consider looking into going to Gen Con, which is the largest tabletop convention like in the world or the United States or whatever. It's in Indianapolis, Indiana this summer. I don't remember the dates because memory. But pre-registration for badges is the 23rd, and then the hotel block starts on the 25th. So you all should look into going because it's awesome. I went last year and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So that's to you guys
Go
and the
to
chat.
Gen Con. Maybe.
It's
And
very
get out
to
there and
I'll have to
play some
consider that.
games.
I'll have to consider
Yeah,
that.
lots of games. Lots
And
of Wizards of the
also,
Coast.
this weekend, root for the Packers.
Yes. Root for the
I'm
Packers.
sure
I
Yeah,
will just
Packers.
continue not caring
And
about
team.
Root
sports.
for the Packers.
And on that note, I think that's a good send-off.
Yeah, it is.
everyone
Thanks again
joining.
for watching, and next Monday we'll be back playing D&D. Hope you guys see you then.
Oh, yeah.